Well, hello, and welcome to a game called Roadwarden. I am taking a small Baldur's break from Baldur's Gate to just delve into something new, something I've wanted to play for quite a while. This is a text-based RPG. So yeah, let's just dive right into this. This looks awesome. So we'll do a new game. And let's leave the city walls. It's a dangerous job. A respectable one, but it pays well. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. We will do standard, as is with most RPGs for me. Just straight down the middle, not too difficult. The wall is standing. There are no wolves around, no stench of blood. Good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices, no sounds of labour. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. It may keep away the goblins and peddlers, but not beast folk, nor trolls. And the night is near. Your pal Frey breathes heavily. It had a long day. Okay, so I could just look for another shelter. I need to look around. I dismount and sneak to the gate. Let's peek inside. I get off the horse and enter the camp briskly. I mean, sneaking's more my thing, right? Yeah, let's sneak. Your heavy boots hit the ground and the pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, a nice mug of beer and some warm stew. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. I approach the gate slowly. If it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Plenty of wasted space, the fire pit is cold. Two people are sitting at the table, tired and disheartened. They are looking in different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice the quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbour. Let's see, they don't sound like much of a threat, so enter! It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes, his beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. Good, I like that. I take a look at the second soul. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson. But hers is a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven, as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are weary, yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these two surely look the part. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe? I let them speak first. I walked into their space. It's nice to see an unarmed traveller in this godforsaken shithole. Makes me just a tiny bit hopeful. The bearded man's voice is strong yet timid. You'll be staying the night with us, I guess. We're soldiers, he and I, adds the armoured woman. Her voice switches from half asleep to relaxed. We'll do our best to keep the camp safe, but if you were to take the first watch, it would be a huge help. Travellers ought to help each other, wouldn't you say? You think for a moment. To fully rest, you'd need a good sleep. Indeed, I would need a good sleep, and sleep is very much up my alley. However, again, I've entered this space and I'm joining this camp. It would be remiss of me to be selfish and, you know, not work as a team, I think, you know. So I will, yeah, I'll take watch. I'm good spot. I'll take watch. Fantastic. She rubs her hands together. I don't remember the last time I had more than half a night's sleep. The hours before midnight should be the calmest. Just wake us up if anything happens. The man flashes you a wide smile. It's easy to wake us up. Just yell. He drinks from his mug. Ask about the lieutenant. How do you phrase your question? I mean, it's got to be friendly, right? Playful, no. Distance, no, it's definitely not intimidating. Nah. Friendly, we're friendly here. I was hoped to meet with your lieutenant. Could we talk for a bit? Yeah. The woman lets out a loud sigh, dusts off her gambeson, and steps towards you. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. We most definitely can, you and I, though holding this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mount? She observes you with curiosity. Or are you looking for help? I'm your new Roadwarden. My horse is waiting outside. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. Better bring your beast here, answered the lieutenant. We have no hay, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I'm Julia, by the way. She reaches out her hand. Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap, don't trust it. Nah, I shake a hand and then introduce myself, and now I've got to give myself a name. What do I want to be called? Oh god, okay, I could spend forever thinking of a name, so for argument's sake, we're just going to call myself Jack. Yeah, Jack. Handsome Jack. Her grasp is confident. The shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She steps away. We don't need to smell its dung. Ah, there's this one issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We've no tent to spare. You'll have to use a blanket or something. Nah, no problem. I like watching the stars. I'm stargazer. You walk through the gate. Your mount looks around and snorts anxiously. Not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get in the saddle with a single breath. But most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it's a wall of flesh. Horses were brought to the Dragonwoods from the conquests in the south. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Your palfrey needs you to survive, but without it, you too would be lost. Yeah, I mean, I want it to feel at ease, right? Nah, that's monstrous. Yeah, 100%. It's a team effort, again, you know? It takes a few steps towards you, scolding you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck with a strength and confidence just the way it likes it. Humans see useful animals and even pets as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead to humans to their doom. But you know that horses need companionship. I speak to it gently and lead it to camp with my soothing voice. You end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse nicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back, just in case, while the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal. With enough time, it starts to chafe. You wish it had something better to eat than this shabby grass. You should look for an inn. I need to unpack. You haven't brought that many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. Worst of all, you have no rope left. Maybe the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragon bone. Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions, essential for your trade. Basically, what class do I want to be? I'm immediately leaning towards Scholar, I think. That alchemy sounds fun. But then, magic. Magic's always good. Mage or Scholar. God, I need to roll a dice for this. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. We don't want settings. We don't need settings. Okay, just bear with me 1 second. Okay, cool. We are going mage. How did I make that decision? Well, there's nothing that can't be decided by dice, so... Anyway, it's fine. You unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin isn't pierced. The spare clothes are still here, just in case you take a look at your wooden bowl and mug, your cape, tinderbox, bandages, food rations, knife. Nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. I return to the soldiers. They're at the table again, observing your beast and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of wooden bowls. One more bowl was put at a previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. Sorry, I had to just register what I was saying then. My mind just did a thing. I thank them for the meal. I thank them for the meal, but I won't eat with them. Yeah, let's just do that. She's focused and chooses her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. She nods towards the other soldier. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of summer, there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead, 1 has run away in tears. We're also strangers in this land, adds her companion. Any piece of information may help me do my job. The man leans forward. His legs shake nervously. He sounds like a kid asking a bard to sing one more story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom, his untrimmed beard hides a much younger face than you originally thought. What did the officials tell you? I expect not that much. No soul governs these lands. I share what I consider to be relevant. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you've received, since this area is too far away from Ovleven to keep it under control. You were warned that it's untamed and unknown. Who knows how many villages, bandits, or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they turn into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? No soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. The lieutenant drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankle on knee. Sitting in her chair makes you doubt she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? Okay, so many questions, so little time. Well, we need rope. Yeah, I lost my rope. We need some for... yeah. You're in luck. She heads towards one of the crates and moves aside a large linen sack, revealing a rope. She brings it back and nonchalantly sits down on her chair. Take it. I was planning to leave it behind. Take a closer look. Yay, rope. I mean, she's good people. I think just taking out for her. Yeah, I'll give her some food in return. Julia leans forward and rests her forearm on her thighs, looking down with clasped hands, then meets your eyes. I normally refuse, but we need some decent food. Every day I'm searching through our grouts, looking for worms and putridity. I don't English well. Putridity. Yes, that word. We forage, but it's not a great spot. Some food rations will brighten up a foggy day. For now, you leave the rope on the table. Let's see, what should I know about the peninsula? I'll tell you what I know, and you'll be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city on a decent palfrey? I guess it would be 3-4 days. When you confirm, she continues. From here, you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here? You nod. The sea route allows Hovleven officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages, collect taxes, move the soldiers, collect lumber, deliver tools, but maintaining order on a wild coast such as this one is like filling the ocean depths with coins. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats can't get much closer. She nods. I don't know much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave to stay in touch with the city folk. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came to the camp, but when we travel to the roadside inn, Pelt of the North, they're happy to trade and to play dice. Why not just stay at one of the settlements? The man clears his throat. I mean, you know, where to guard this road. This camp is our post. And well, he turns towards Julia. She lowers her voice. Don't take it the wrong way, Jack, but are you a devout soul? Okay, I mean, I want to say no right off the bat. Like most city folk, I believe that people should unite their strength to overcome threats of nature and dark magic. Part of the United Church. For many years, I've supported a monastery that does its that does its best to advance mankind's spiritual growth, artistry, herbalism, and magical research. Order of Truth. Small village for me. Freedom of the shell. Pneuma and soul are main virtues of life. My community is unique and independent, and so are its members. That's fellowship. I have a strong connection to nature and spirits and follow the path of ancestors. Some of my beliefs may be considered sinister and treacherous by city folk. You call me a pagan. And then there's no evidence whatsoever of any existence. Okay, well, come on, I don't know. Let's see. What would Jack be? Medicine, magical research. That sounds fun. Yeah, let's go Order of Truth. Screw it. I was going to say no, but no, I don't know. Oh, I see. She hesitantly looked away. I don't know much about the River of Faith, but I'm sure we're not that different. I may unite myself, she says with a sort of pride in her voice. So she follows the United Church. Let's see, maybe just explain what you're thinking of. The people here are disquieting. Every few words she taps the table with her finger. Their traditions won't help them negotiate with the officials here. She starts to draw lines with her index finger as she's pointing at an invisible map. The peninsula is connected with roads like a big circle. In the northwest you'll find a weird village at a bog. It's not exactly pagan, I don't think. It even has a priest who claims to be an eremite. You nod, she means a fellowship. They do crazy shit, her companion chips in. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soil. Once I saw it, I begged to never return there. I see. You heard tales such as this one since you were a child. If an isolated settlement manages to survive without a city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they have to deal with, and the rustic pagan traditions muddy their river of faith. The United Church often warns its members about the crazy druids, necromancers and blood mages, the bringers of doom, the traitors to humankind. Are you able to speak to these necromancers? You can see why we're not eager to go there if we could avoid it. The lieutenant chuckles. Maybe they'll be more welcome into a Roadwarden. The roads are dangerous with little to no shelters. People need your help. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points a finger to the northwest. If you're heading to the undead village, you'll get to an inn first, and soon. Julia nods. Belt of the North is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeep or the guards. Ask them about the road. Any monsters worth mentioning? We saw all sorts of beasts. The man starts to count in his fingers. Goblins, treants, cats large and small, runners, howlers, wolves, spiked boars, mouthlon eaters? I think that's what that says. Griffins, but we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most mounts. Julia glances at her companion. Though a palfrey should be fine. The trees are so tall that the flying creatures keep to the coast and mountains. There's not that many humans around, and the animals are busy fighting amongst themselves. They fight more for food than territory. The soldier cracks his knuckles. Don't provoke them and ride fast. Just count on luck. How about the east? She stares up across the map. Hard to tell, we went there only once. There are hills, forests and rivers. We saw a tunnel sculpted in leaves and branches, but we didn't enter it. Wilderness all around. Okay, that's about all I need to know. He nods. I'm afraid we can't do more for you. Okay. So, ask him about the Roadwarden. Yeah, okay. So what happened to the previous Roadwarden? Julia takes a deep breath. Aren't you a bit late for a rescue mission? We haven't heard from him for almost half a year. The soldiers speak for a bit between themselves, trying to get their story straight. They confirmed that he had stopped by their camp a few times, but stopped showing up at all in early summer. The bearded soldier starts to scratch the table with the tip of his knife, without looking at you. I don't remember his voice. Always busy drowning in things to take care of. He would sit somewhere, sharpen his sword, fix his loud mail, clean clothes, write notes on that wax table of his. Yep, and leave at dawn. Unlike us, Asterion, hello, never gets bored. I see what you're doing, game. Julia lets out a joyless chuckle. He's secretive, but some of the locals speak about him warmly. Maybe he just doesn't like us. Sounds like you're not sure if he's dead or not. Damn it, Astarion. You can't leave me alone. If anyone knows, they won't tell us. Maybe someone is keeping him in a basement. The man carves with passion. We haven't seen him in his Saurian. Something ate them, I bet. The officials have hired you, right? They don't expect him to return. RPG Roadwardens often use four-legged, meat-eating saurians as their mounts. They have to be tamed and trained since they're hatching, but unlike horses, can easily defend themselves from many monsters. At least your palfrey is fast and reliable, and won't suddenly sink its teeth into an innocent passerby. Do you know what he was looking for? Neither one of us had any insight into his dealings, said Julia. My predecessor left me no clues. We also took a look at Asterian stuff. Wait! She raises her open palm. I almost forgot. She stands up and heads to a nearby tent. He has kids in a village near Hovleven. I was planning to take all of his things there. A pouch, a second spear, a decent bow, some potions. Quite a treasure. She glances at you. But I would much prefer to bring them the truth about their father. Do you want me to find out what happened to him in exchange for his stuff? Here's the catch. She dusts off the hilt of her sword. We hired a messenger to ask the commanders for further orders. Since she hasn't returned and you know nothing about her, she either ran away or something happened to her. She sighs with resignation. We are meant to stay here until fall. What do you think? Come see us. Tell us what you've learned about the man, and we'll get back to Hovleven together. You think about your real mission. You were planning to return to Hovleven in the early fall anyway. If he's alive, I don't think he's going to be happy about me taking away all of his possessions. True! But he's considered dead. I doubt he'd begrudge you anything. And who knows, you may just find his shell lying on the roadside tomorrow. He wears mail, uses a spear mostly. Maybe 5 feet tall, but stout. Long red beard, short hair, pale face. Rarely smiles. She glances at her companion, but after he adds nothing, she sits down and stretches out her legs. To find out what happened to him, dead, alive, left, just let me know. Cool. Okay, right. So we have stuff has happened, and I am going to leave it there as a sort of like introductory cliffhanger. Not really, but yeah, I like it. I like its simplicity. I like its storytelling. I like its narrative. So far, so well. I'm sure there's many more stuff to go through, which I will delve into in the next episode because I'm definitely going to come back to this. So yeah, with that in mind, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did, and I will catch you later. Bye!